Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm the Sunday Night Reviewer. And this evening I decided to take a look at a movie called Feedback. So I've been doing quite a lot of 2020 watches this year. Well, the last few months. And this particular one, I only watched a few days ago actually, and it caught my eye, so I just wanted to kind of mention it on Body Bags because I've not really heard anyone else talk about it, and it's a bit of a shame, to be honest. So Feedback, it's a Pedro Alonso movie, and the two big actors in this one are Eddie Marsan and Richard Brake, two actors that I like quite a lot. Richard Brake is kind of, in the last few years, kind of got some more notoriety with 31. Many people not liking that film, but I think most people, even the ones that didn't like the film, kind of liked his Doomhead in his character in that one. And there's another 2020 film I saw him in recently. Tremors. Shrieker Island. Yeah. So, Feedback. We follow Eddie Marsan. So he's a radio DJ, and there's some bits going on where we start the movie. He's actually he'd been kidnapped because he's quite an outspoken DJ. He's not what I like music DJ. He's kind of uncovering truths and things like that. So he's kind of a bit of a target. He's has a lot of listeners, but he has to be a bit careful with things. Like I said, she's been kidnapped, so not the best. But anyway, there's things going on in the background. Like the head of the radio station wants him to bring back his old co-host. Now, how this plays into the movie, you don't know why that was, whether it was really to do with what he was trying to explain, that he needs to do it for like ratings and things like that, or like I can't remember what he was saying, but if it was what he was saying, or if it's because he wants him to do it because he's being forced to put him back in for a reason. But we go into the film. Jarvis, Eddie Marsan is this Jarvis character, and he's there. He's at the radio station. His daughter's at the radio station as well. She's like having a kind of going drinking with this kind of drummer, and he finds him in there, and stuff going on. It's kind of, you don't need to know this anyway. It's kind of like just a bit of feedback, a little bit of story of what's going on, that sort of thing. But anyway, it starts the radio, this radio show, and he's got his producer, and the producer's like help. She's like a work experience sort of girl, and he's got like this new kind of thing that he wants to give the information on. It's recording that, so he wants them to play it, and nothing's happening. It's like, as his producers like, bring it on, like put it on now. What you're not doing that? And so he's getting like, okay, we're going to go to like listeners' tweets and things like this, because this is all going like live, and he's going like really pissed off. It becomes very apparent very quickly that there's someone else in there with him. Two people, and they're basically threatening to kill the producer and this young girl if he doesn't do what they say. And it's like you can't phone the police or things like that, and it's got bits and pieces like how it breaks down. It's like going into the story, like you find out that he's on a delay, they're delaying him to put it out live and stuff like that. I think that's common practice with most big radio stations anyway to do. So they have a bit of an idea about what's going on. So this old partner comes in, and he doesn't have any idea what's going on. Like, he's shown in by like the assistant, the work experience, and she's all nervous. It's like, what's going on? And so the program starts, and he kind of explains what's going to happen. Well, no, not what's going to happen. He doesn't tell him, but he's like starts probing into things that have happened in the past. And to spoil it, to kind of, yeah, if you don't want to know about it, stop listening now, stop the review. But if you do, basically he assaulted and raped this one girl, and it's this like there was a few people that were at this party. Like, he beat the boyfriend up, ended up raping this girl, and the another girl in there. There's a couple of things she ends up. You find out later on things happen, and yeah, so he's kind of confessing this on air, and then one of these people that have taken them hostage like bashes his head in with a sledgehammer. And it's like kind of pretty brutal, and you learn that the guy, the two people, so you learn like later through this that the one is the father of a girl that's gone missing, and the other is the boyfriend that got beaten up, and the kind of work experience girl, the assistant girl, is actually the sister of the girl that went missing on this night, and she was actually there. And so it's the fallout of all this, and it's like really interesting how it's all put together. It's like how it kind of clicks into place, all these kind of like all these bits of the puzzle, and it's like really well written. I kind of like these contained, kind of almost siege narrative sort of things, contained horror, and it's really well written, very well acted, and it's really interesting from the start, like how it is, how you engage with the actors, like you're really into it like, straight away, and from start to the end, I was just really into the whole thing. So without like pouring it all away, it's kind of I'd check it out. Yeah, it's kind of very interesting how it all like you get these twists and turns, how like it keeps like adding layer upon layer, and it's kind of all believable how this all builds together. It doesn't go to a stupid place, but kind of goes to where you're expecting, but then also not what you're expecting at the end. And well, I really enjoyed this film. Will it make my top 10 of the year? I'm not sure, but it's in contention. It is a very enjoyable film. It's actually filmed, I think it was like last year, but didn't get a like an official release until this year. But yeah, I recommend checking it out. Where did I watch this now? Is this on Netflix or Shudder or Prime? Can't remember now. I do apologise. But as many films like we're getting to see, it's all through streaming at the moment rather than cinema views, as the whole COVID situation. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this review. Kind of rambled a little bit, quite tired as it's very early in the morning. It's Father's Day here in Finland, so my 5-year-old was quite excited to get me up. Now I'm going to go to bed. I had the sauna, so nice and sleepy. But anyway, this is into my review. Catch you guys next week. Thank you. Bye bye.